there's dirt on my hands.
Hello YouTube, Boss Rino. Welcome to my channel. Ito, na-miss natin si Bizarre Bob. At tagal niyang walang upload months, di ba? So ito ay compilation B113. Dami ninyang video, di ba? Nakakatakot to. Subscribe nyo si Bizarre Bobs dahil ang gaganda nito. Ang gaganda ng mga kanyang pinipiling mga horror video para sa atin. So wag natin patagalin to. Tirahin na natin to. Bago pa, tirahin ng
In the following
iba.
video, a nervous daughter records her mother who's trying to capture a rat that's hiding inside their laundry room.
I have it. I'm waiting for
It's a
Uy! Wala, di ba sa mga nakakaalam, maraming daga dito. Wala nang daga dito sa bahay kasi yung kapitbahay namin lumipat na ulit dyan. So wala na yung mga daga. Eto, nangunguha sila na yung daga.
really funny moment caught on camera. But this video stops being humorous when a certain detail gets pointed out that neither the mom nor daughter had realized until later. Somewhere in this clip, something very unsettling was caught on camera besides the rat. Watch closely.
I have it. There's this huge freaking rat in our living room. In our laundry room right now. Oh my gosh.
Uy, gagi. Mukhang may lalabas dito ah.
Wait, let me try to open the door. Hold on. Oh my god.
Ang laki!
Oh my god.
Ang laki ng daga!
Mom, you gotta get it. Mom, I'm gonna try. I'm sorry. Get the baby, Mom.
Grabe, ang laki ng daga.
On the other side of this door, a shape resembling a head can be seen pressing up against the metal mesh on the wooden frame. It's up close, as if seemingly gazing at the mother and daughter, who were already spooked enough by the massive rodent. If the size of this rat hadn't already terrified them, then surely this has. Now what's really strange about this is that this wasn't there initially. If nothing was there previously, then how did this show up?
Uy, may ulo ng may ulo kanino.
This is the hallway that me and my daughter saw the rat go into our cat door in our laundry room. For some reason, I never felt comfortable in here. I felt it's not surprising that we caught something in that window. It's very odd and it makes me feel so uncomfortable.
Neither Catalina, the mother, nor her daughter had noticed it or have any clue as to what this was. But
Nakita nyo,
recently, another video was shared by Catalina,
nakita nyo may ulo ng parang anino lang siya.
which not only is just as creepy, but might explain what this was.
This is my son Jason. He is autistic and he is playing with his camera, which is in this toy car. This is a toy he used to capture
Okay.
the ghosts.
Only weeks after this incident, Catalina's son accidentally captures something on his toy camera inside the laundry room. While using the wireless camera on his remote to chase their dog around the house, her son captures this.
Oh my God. Ito ah. Uy, may salita. May nagsasalita. Ay, punyeta. Ay, gago. Ayok ang aso ka, saan ka nagagaling? Nay. Uy, gagi. Nay. Yeah. Oh, shh. Nay, gagi. Ito, kinakabahan ako ah. Ay, ano ba yan? teka. Nay, ano ba? Nay! Oh my, oh! Nay! Nay, gago ka! Hayop ka, hayop ka.
Though making Catalina jump out of her chair upon seeing the dog, it's what happened before this that makes her skin crawl. Firstly, when the toy car drove into the laundry room, a voice can be heard.
Nagulat ako dun sa, sa aso, hayop na yan.
Mind you, that no one else had been inside, let alone downstairs where the laundry room is at. Like the silhouette that was in here before, this cryptic voice has no traceable source. But perhaps the creepiest part isn't what happens here, but instead what happens outside. As the automatic pet door opens and closes repeatedly, a single piece of a playmat goes flying off before landing in front of the pet entrance. But it's the fact that only one piece flies off while the rest stay put that's pretty strange. The wind in this case, if any, may not be able to explain this. It just rips off as if plucked by a child who's having a tantrum. But to Catalina, whatever threw this was aiming for the car. Whether ghost or not, she's deeply unsettled by what was captured both inside and outside her house.
As you can see, when I pull this one apart, it's very hard. And it just flew up.
Given the whole incident with the rat and the shadow figure plus
May multo sa bahay nila.
this, she can't help but think something haunts her home. If so, she hopes that it's someone she once knew.
I like to think that it was my grandmother because she was always close to me. And I always felt like she was around me and protecting me.
Currently, she continues to be on the lookout for any more strange occurrences in her house. But for now, this whole situation remains a mystery.
Pero creepy ng daga, ang laki ng daga, gagong daga yun, rabbit yata yun.
Now this next video comes from an Uber Eats driver who was driving past a cemetery when this happened. In the 4 years that Marcus Wilson has been delivering food for Uber Eats, never has he ever been so afraid of coming back to this neighborhood, and for good reason. On the night of April 28, 2026, Marcus was on his way to drop off an order when he realized that the road he was on was surrounded by not one, but two massive plots of land entirely filled with grave sites.
See these two lanes right here? This is where I was at, man. This one, this whole lane right here are nothing but cemeteries.
Although he's driven to some sketchy areas before, nothing could have prepared him for what was caught on his dash cam.
Ano nangyari?
Take a look.
Ano yung nakatayo?
Cemetery.
Sementeryo. May nakatayo, di ba?
That's called the cemetery.
Oo. Yun. Lubak lang pala, lubak. Ay! Hindi nyo nakita, mga tol.
Marcus didn't see it happen, but something from outside darts into his car. He was sure that during this time his windows
Gagi, tumagos. Babae yun, babae yun.
had been rolled up, which you can clearly see in this footage. But somehow, whatever this is,
Yun,
manages to
tumagos
get in.
babae yan.
Neither flinching nor having any reaction whatsoever, Marcus is completely oblivious to the fleeting object. To him, it's no surprise that something like this would happen at a cemetery, let alone two of them.
This is where I was at, man.
Malamang yun,
But
espiritu yun nung nasagasaan dyan sa karsada na yan. So nagbubulto siya lagi dyan, no?
nothing is as baffling as what happens next when Marcus finishes delivering the food he was carrying. Now it's important to note that the reason he shares this video is because he suspects it has some connection to what occurred after he dropped off the food. Just minutes after arriving to the address, Marcus paces back and forth outside of his vehicle, terrified of going back inside. Take a look.
Doing my usual Uber eating, dropping off some food.
Grabe, sarap magbukbang dyan.
I won't address. Gotta be accepted by the cemetery. But I see this again. I'm not gonna accept it. I'll tell you that.
Ano meron? Oh, gagi. Ano tinitingnan natin?
Just wanna make sure I'm not tripping. No. Make sure I'm not tripping.
Ay! Naku, pumasok na dyan.
Drop off the DoorDash. The Uber Eating. I can't even get my daggone company straight. And
Naku, ayoko tumitingin sa rear
I see a
mirror.
vibration. But see tapping at the window. He's definitely gonna hear.
Oh, ba't may sapatos doon? Nagkalat lang yung mga sapatos doon.
Hell no. Hell no.
Bumala yung sapatos. Bababa ka pa. Ang tapang nito. Bumaba pa. Walang tali. Grabe naman yan. Nasa labas lang yan. Converse yan, oh. Converse yung itim, di ba?
Oh,
Oh.
hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no.
So doon yung malalaman na hindi tali kasi 'di ba yung unang move niya is pakanan. Tama ba ako? Yung pangalawang move niya is papunta naman sa kanya, parang paharap sa kanya. So ibig sabihin dalawang tali 'yon. Hindi tali 'yan eh. Hindi ko alam paano pinapagalaw 'yan pero puta baka multo nga 'to ah.
Okay.
Nilapitan pa talaga, matitigas ang ulo niyo, takbo na. Oh, walang tali oh. Walang tali mga tol, ang lapit niyan. Walang cut ang camera. Sipay mo. Tatakbo ka talaga. Yan ang mga nararamdaman ko pag ako nag-e-explore. Talagang patakbo tayo. Uy! Gumala ulit? Ay, hindi pa. Nahilo ko. Uy, ano yun? Uy, nagalaw yung ano niya. Nagalaw yung bukasan ng pinto, oh. Wait a minute. Hindi rin green screen yan. Kasi posibleng green screen yan. Ay, gagi, legit to. Tignan nyo, ha. Oh. Puta, may nagbubukas ng pinto. Nasa loob na yan, gagi.
No.
Nasa loob yan. Natakot tuloy ako. Nasa loob na yan. Oh, hell yeah. Hell no. Halika na kasi, puta. Ang tagal-tagal mo pa eh.
Hell no. No. Nope. No.
Okay.
Marcus was so shaken.
Okay ha, naguguluhan ako eh. Taga lang ha. Ipaprocess ko lang ha. So may nagbubukas sa likod sa yung handle ng bukasan ng pinto sa loob, gumagalaw. So malamang nasa loob 'yon. Ang nakakapagtaka diyan is sa labas bumukas 'yon. Bumukas ba kanina?
By this incident that he now flat out refuses any
Tingnan ko, titignan ko lang anong bumukas ah. Yeah. Tingnan natin ah. Bumukas siya galing sa labas kasi hindi gumalo yung handle dito sa loob. So sa labas siya bumukas. So merong nagbukas galing sa labas. So paano nangyari yun? Hindi, parang ang hirap i-scripted dito kasi minsan tinitingnan ko, di ko kaya i-scripted. Yung palang pagbukas ng handle sa loob, yung paggalaw nun, ang hirap na i-scripted nun. Yan, no? Oh, wala naman.
Hell no.
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
No.
Halika na, uwi na tayo.
Marcus was so shaken up by this incident that he now flat out refuses any orders from places near cemeteries. A shoe seemingly comes alive as it zips across and creeps forward. And out of nowhere,
Oo nga, no?
a shoe seemingly comes alive as it zips
Ayan.
across and
So
creeps forward.
sabihin natin tali yun, ha? Okay na ako to. Sige, sabihin natin, kunyari may tali yun. Tali.
And out of nowhere, the door
Yun. Yung pagpaling, yun ang hindi tali.
handle to the passenger side begins to pull by itself, as if someone was trying to get in. But as Marcus shows us, no one.
Yung handle na yun, kung may tali naman, hindi mo kayang hilahin ng tali yun nang hindi makapal. So, dapat kita natin yung tali. Totoo ito?
Was outside. But then, as if finally getting a firm grip on the handle, something opens the door.
Sa labas,
Now, while each
inopen
thing
yan.
that happens is creepy on its own, it's looking at everything collectively that paints a terrifying picture. It's creepy on its own.
May
It's
titignan
looking
ulit
at
ako,
everything collectively that paints a terror. Now, while each thing is finally getting a firm grip on the handle, something opens the door.
Oh. So, kung meron for example lang, meron siyang kasabwat, nakaupo sa pinto para hindi kita sa salamin. Dapat medyo mahihirapan siya dyan kasi dapat nakikita mo siya dito. Or kung nandito naman, lumabas naman siya, di ba? Wala naman.
Now, while each thing that happens is creepy on its own, it's looking at everything collectively that paints a terrifying picture. Could it be that whatever had been outside
Pero bilib ako yung mga sapatos sa labas lang, no?
was trying to lure him out of his car using a shoe? Or were these all just random occurrences? With an entire cemetery as a backdrop, it's understandable why many would think that this is undeniably paranormal. But of course, what do you think?
No?
Marcus is certain that it is, aside from being sure that he won't be coming back anytime soon.
Saan kaya sementerya? Makapagmukbang nga dyan. Creepy to. Ganda ng video na yun. Legit yun.
Now, over in Houston, Texas, is an abandoned apartment complex that's been sitting empty for quite some time. There doesn't seem to be anyone living on this property, and perhaps it's best that it stays that way, because according to Joe Galindo, in 2019, his mother recorded something while living in this building that to this day keeps him up at night. As Joe writes, in 2019, my mom told me she was fighting demons, but I didn't believe her, so she sent me proof. The following is what his mother
Uy, fighting demons daw. Malupit to.
recorded while pretending to be asleep. Apparently, it doesn't come out if she's awake. Watch closely.
Uy, may sumisilip. Uy, may sumisilip. Buksan mo kasi yung ilaw. Ay, nawala. Ay, kagi! Ano ba? May naghihilik ba? Pinaghihilik? Bali wala sa kanya, oh. Bubuksan ko na yung ilaw dyan pag ganyan. Ay, gago.
Seeing the video, Joe no longer thought that his mom was crazy. In her kitchen, something above appears to poke out from behind the doorway. But as if Joe wasn't already disturbed enough, he takes a screenshot, brightens it up, and sees this. What looks like a faceless figure can be seen hanging upside down from the ceiling. While some say that a face can be seen here, many agree that it's hard to tell. But the fact that its features are indiscernible only makes it that much more unsettling. As some believe, this might have been
Creepy.
something beyond human comprehension. Now the video ends here, but it's assumed that Joe's mother kept watching this figure before she passed out from being tired. The next day, she sent him this video. So then, had something paranormal taken place at this now abandoned apartment? Or was something else going on here? It's hard to say, but if something supernatural was actually there, then Joe can rest assured that it won't be messing with his mom, as she no longer lives in this complex. On February 25th, 2025, a man
Grabe yun, no? Hindi ba na binuksan yung ilaw? Siya ba yung naka-wheelchair? Hindi siya yun. Nanay niya yun. Hindi binuksan yung ilaw, yung tapang. Ako bubuksan ko agad yung ilaw. Sabi nga sa'yo, hindi ako tutulog ng patay ang ilaw.
named Tavo posted a video that his grandmother took when she and a friend spotted something outside her window that caused them to back away immediately.
Oh God, be careful, Bob.
They were cautious in keeping their distance from the glass panes, but not because of something they saw on the street or inside another building, but because of something that was right at their window. It was on a Tuesday afternoon during a family reunion that a shadow suddenly appeared behind the sheer curtains. It was pretty evident that a stranger was right outside and possibly trying to get in, but they weren't ready for what came next, because much to their disbelief, this happens.
Yan, nakatayo?
God, be careful, Bob.
Wala eh. Ay, ay! Anino, naglakad? Oh. Pero wala naman, oh.
Oh my God.
So, naisip nyo ba baka nasa loob yung anino nung nasa loob? Imposible kasi yung araw papasok eh. So malamang walang anino galing loob, di ba? So ngayon kung nasa labas naman, hindi na naman nakikita ng nanay. Weird, no?
What they saw, or rather what they didn't see, left them completely astounded. The supposed stranger they swore was outside the window wasn't actually there. In fact, he was never there to begin with. Upon pulling back the curtain to see who was there, they see this. Nothing. Now it wasn't just nothing according to Tavo, who got this video from his grandmother. Something had actually been there.
Oh, may
To him,
kamay eh.
this had to be some sort of supernatural entity that paid his grandmother and her friend a visit. It's been a year now since the video was posted, but despite how much time has passed, Tavo and his grandma still wonder just what had been outside. Now the following video comes from a woman named Jazelle Duran, who was recently forced to leave her apartment in the middle of the night. Pretty much everyone who's seen this video was left confused on why Jazelle was crying inconsolably. It was very odd that she would put this video out there, but after looking at her page and going through all her posts, it didn't take long for many to see why she was so paranoid. For the past few months, Jazelle Duran has been sharing clips that were captured by her security camera. They're mostly just recordings of her living room, but in each one, something happens that many believe has led up to the recent breakdown.
Oh, napanood na natin to pero hindi ganito kabuo yung kwento ha. Panoorin na natin. Dapat to iisip ko eh. Pero nakita ko parang bubuuin niya eh. So panoorin na natin.
She had. It goes without saying, but these next few clips are nothing short of unsettling. It all started with a video she posted in late March 2026 when Jazelle was home alone doing laundry. But then, out of nowhere, this happens.
Ito, nakita na natin itong part na to. Boom. Nakita na natin itong part na to ah. Oh, walang tali yun kasi
Now,
dinampot
it may
niya.
not seem like much, but this occurrence marks the first time something strange happened in her apartment. Thinking that the whole incident with her flying phone was just a random one-time occurrence, she was caught completely off guard when something like this happened again. Only this time, she didn't think it was random. On March 28, 2026, she recorded this.
Whoa! narinig niyo yung click? Pag-click niya, nakiklik ulit. Tulala siya eh, oh. Wala na yan. Umalis ka na dyan sa bahay na yan.
It was at this point where she began to think that maybe something is messing with her. Like someone who didn't want the lights off, they immediately turn on as soon as Jazelle turns them off. It was definitely strange.
Yung reaction niya legit eh, no? Yun yung normal reaction eh. Pero pag ako nag-reaction dyan, nandyan ako, takbo na kagad ako doon.
But especially so when looking back at the previous occurrence. Maybe what happened there wasn't so random. Now, although neither encounter was enough to freak her out just yet, one incident came close to doing that, and it's what happened on April 2nd of 2026.
Ito, hindi ko pa
While
nakita.
Jazelle was fixing a shoelace inside her closet, this happens.
Oh, nag-jaw drop siya. Whoa! What happened? Ay, nangihipo. Nangihipo ka. Multong nangihipo. Haba ng buhok niya, ate. Alam niyo, pag ako nag-e-explore, lagi ko napapansin talaga para may kumukulbit sa akin. Hindi ko alam kung dahil sa takot ko lang or guni-guni ko lang, pero feeling ko lagi meron na kalbit sa akin. Ayan o, ganyan din ako eh. Table. Oh, paano yun? Ano yun? Boom! Tangin na, galit na siya. Tapang
Now,
niya,
it
no?
might be hard to notice, but something happens within this area that set Jazelle on edge. You won't really spot it at regular speed, but if
Okay.
you scrub the footage back and forth, you'll notice that the bag on the table begins to move,
Oo nga.
as if coming alive. This of course freaked out Jazelle, which led her to take action. Like other instances, she couldn't explain how it moved, nor figure out what had touched her.
Yung mahirap yan, yung
This is perhaps the
nangihipo.
creepiest part about this incident. Now so far, everything that's happened up to this point has led her to believe that something isn't right with her place. Any small thing that happens now makes her jump out of her skin. And the fact that she's
Ala,
living
lagi may
solo makes things
nangungulbit, no?
worse.
Nangihipo siya
But as it
talaga.
seems, she may not be entirely alone. Because one night, after being woken up by a sound inside her room, this happens.
Ay, meron pa oh. Kompleto nga to.
No sé de dónde es. Obviamente no me voy a levantar a ver qué es. Pero tengo miedo. Estoy temblando del miedo. Si pasa...
Wow, may paa.
No mames.
May paa.
No mames. Creo que hay alguien atrás de la puerta. O algo. Tengo miedo.
May nakatayo eh. Ayan, gumalaw.
Imaginación, no miré mal.
Uy, wala na. Hindi na niya kinaya. Hindi na niya kinaya.
Ya no puedo, ya no sé qué hacer. Son las 4 de la mañana.
Hindi na niya kinaya.
Pero sé que había algo ahí, sé que miré algo y no estoy loca. No estoy loca. Tengo que entrar a trabajar al rato y...
Hindi na
no he
niya
dormido
kinaya.
nada. Estoy nerviosa, estoy... No sé. No sé qué...
It now becomes clear as to why Jazelle was so freaked out in this video. It wasn't just whatever this was that was at her door, but all the stuff before it that finally made her snap. Already feeling on edge, she bolts out of her room and pays no attention to the black shape at her door, not knowing if it was still there or not. She just wanted to get out of there as soon as possible, so she hops in her car and drives all the way to her job before parking outside and clocking in hours later. Now when she came back home eventually, she didn't find anything around her door to explain what she saw last night. It was gone, as if nothing had been there in the first place. But as her video shows, something was clearly there. From capturing things moving by themselves to recording moments where she felt a presence, Jazelle has documented what she believes is clear evidence of an uninvited guest
Hindi mo kayang pagalawin yun ng basta-basta.
making itself at home. But of course, what do you think? While there haven't been any other strange happenings since then, she continues to look closely at these videos, hoping to find something in them that explains them. But for now, it remains unknown as to what exactly is happening inside her apartment. As always, let me know your thoughts on this one. If you caught something
Grabe. Nakakatakot yun, no? Yung kung nangihipo. Number
roughly
1.
11:40 p.m. on a Sunday night, two nurses working the night shift at a dialysis clinic are getting a patient ready to go home. It's just about closing time and only one patient is left to be sent home via the pickup area that's outside the clinic. But just before heading out, something catches their attention.
Ano yun?
According to Josephine, who sent me this video, someone was searching through their dumpsters and making a lot of noise. Apparently, it's a common occurrence here, but this isn't the reason she sends me this video. At the same time that Josephine and her colleague were outside, something happens inside.
Oh.
Thankfully, the patient in this video was okay with Josephine sharing this video. They too felt it was necessary to show this footage to others, as otherwise no one would believe them. The following is what was caught. Take a look.
Naiwan yung pasyente sa hospital. Putang ina, kinabahan ako. Hindi na arte yan, pasyente yan, matanda na.
For some reason, the lady in the wheelchair covers up her face after letting out a scream. It's the same reaction that someone would have upon seeing something terrifying. But as it turns out, that's exactly what happened. Because according to Josephine, this patient saw a person who was seemingly disfigured and walking towards her. However, as the footage shows, no one is near. Or at least, it seems like that. Because if you look closely at the reflection on this TV screen, you'll know.
Bakit ganun? Diyan din ako nakatingin kanina. Parang meron something akong nakikita dyan na hindi ko alam kung ba't doon ako nakatingin. Ang galing.
Notice what it was that terrified her. Take a look.
Oh, may anino. Ayun oh, walang yamo yun. Ba't ganun? May third eye yata ako ah. Kasi sabi ko kanina, parang may something dun sa TV. Meron nga, gago. Patay tayo dyan. Baka nabukas na yung third eye ko.
As it turns out, someone or something else had actually been present. On the TV screen, the shape of a dark figure suddenly appears before disappearing near the lady. At one point, it's here, but then seconds later, it's right behind her. It's as if the shadowy figure had only been intent on getting close to her. As Josephine writes, they really thought that she was just seeing things, but apparently that's not the case. While it's been a few months now since the time of this recording, this video continues to get pulled up at work as nurses find it hard to believe. But of course, what do you think? Just what exactly had this old lady seen inside this lobby? This one remains a mystery.
Gago, totoo, di ko na sinasabi sa inyo kanina, nakatingin ako doon sa TV na yun. Parang meron ako nararamdaman na may something doon. Ay, kinabahan na ako, baka nabukas na yung third eye ko, yoko na. Subscribe si, Bizarre Bob. Like, share, and comment na kayo dito. Subscribe pa sa mga hindi nakaka-subscribe. Lalo para tayong magre-reaction ng mga gato. Magbumukbang dito sa sementeryo. Pupunta tayo sa mga nakatakot na lugar. At marami pang iba. So, thank you. Ingat kayo lagi. At I love you all.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands.